He knew a carrier didn't expect him to pay, especially if they were both about to be out of a job. He had been hoping to hear something from Carney or Bill about their future, but he guessed they were both scrambling around Tokyo trying to figure things out for themselves. For the moment at least, it seemed that their operation was offline. Even the account girls went home early that day. Malcolm killed the engine and rolled the last few feet down in the concrete garage ramp to the line of spots that ran the length of the cinder block back wall. There were cameras all over the place, at least 6 he could spot, all aimed at the same row of parking spots. No surprise, aside from Carney red Ducatis, there were 2 brand new Ferraris, both yellow with smoke-tint windows. Malcolm was extremely careful as he guided the Ducati between the 2 cars. For the 100th time he wondered who Carney's neighbors were. Yakuza, probably. Osaka was known as the Yakuza town, even more than Tokyo. The only people getting that rich in Osaka were bankers and gangsters. And throughout of Yakuza millionaires gave Malcolm a familiar memory flash, a warm image he'd been carrying with him for 3 months now. Sai Yamamoto from the Sakura Hostess bar walking away from him in that royal blue gown. Christ, she still looked just as beautiful in his mind's eye, and he was filled with an instant sense of longing. It was foolish, of course, based in a moment conversation that had actually gone quite properly. She was half country away, and probably had no recollection of him at all. He'd made no effort to contact her, not simply because of Carney warning, but because he was here in Osaka, still barely making enough money to pay for beer. Now he was quite possibly out of job. He was going to pursue a relationship with a girl in Tokyo, a girl with Yakuza father who wanted nothing to do with him anyway. He patted the still warm Ducati, threw a lingering glance at the matching yellow Ferraris, and headed for the elevator that would deposit him back on the street. Before he had made it close enough to push the button, the steel door swiftly opened. Dean Carney was standing there, dressed impeccably in an eggshell white suit, holding the doors open with outstretched hand. "Come on, Malcolm, I've got champagne on ice waiting upstairs." It took Malcolm a full second to find his voice. "Do you have something to celebrate?" Carney smiled. "Change is always something to celebrate. It's a sign that you are still alive."